Hello everybody. Thanks for stopping by the shop for another Screwy Tuesday. Today's video is the Tubalcain tip. I copied his idea, his trick or tip that he showed on making a counterbalance for the drill press table. Had a lot of fun working on it over the weekend, and part of the fun was getting to use quite a bit of tooling here in the shop. The lathe, the mill, the portaband, the plasma cutter, the MIG welder, grinders, just about everything. And really enjoyed it, and it turned out very well, and I'm really happy with the end result. If you guys have the chance to build one for your own table, I think you'd really be happy on the drill press. And you can hear my buddy Howie in the background barking. He wants to play. He's a pest. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and we'll see you again on another Screwy Tuesday. Thanks a lot. Well, I'm going to start a new project, Tubalcain'S lift, for using on the drill press table. This is my Clausine drill press, variable speed, that's in my wood shop, and you can see I've made a wood table for it. It has a movable fence, but again, you have to undo the lever in the back and then fight the table up and down and balance the weight. So we're going to go ahead and copy Mr. Pete, the design that he showed, and make a unit for this drill press. Let me go handheld here for a second, and we'll take a look at what I'm going to do for the mounting system. Get a light up there, and hang on, here we go for a ride. Okay, so we're up at the top of the drill press. Hang on there and I'll get steady. There we go. So there's the column. The weight will go down in the column, and the pulley line will go down to the table on the back side. And I think you might be able to see here that there are two bolts right here, one on each side, which hold this cover on. That's where I'm going to end up using, this is my plan, to mount my pulley on this and not have to deal with the column itself. Right now, this light that I just moved, there's an arm back here that's under one of these bolts, so I may have to readjust that. But this is the start of it. I'm kind of excited about it because I've hated lifting that table for the longest time and was always trying to figure out some sort of method. I even bought air cylinders to mount on and try, but never did it. So we'll go back down handheld to get down, and thought while I was here I'd just show you one other little addition that I did on the drill press some time ago. Was adding a tray. And what I had was a old aluminum connecting rod, and used that to become the handle for my, or the arm for my swing out table, and then just picked up a aluminum cooking tray for the actual tray itself. All right, let's move on. So we're over here at our welding table, or my welding table, and this is my mock column. So this tube here, which is actually a 3-inch exhaust pipe, is the same outside diameter of the drill press pipe itself. The interior bore is a little bigger. The 2.5-inch slug is what basically doesn't fit tight in the other one, but it's a little closer. So anyway, my thought is I picked up this piece of box tubing that I'm going to end up setting over the column, and then make a decision on what kind of pulley I'm going to use and mount a pulley on this column, put a couple of ears on here, and attach to those bolts that I showed you up on the drill press. So first thing is to get a blank and get started here. As you can see, this guy's just was burnt. It was at the scrapyard. Picked it up at the scrapyard. So let's take a walk over to the bandsaw. As my good buddy Harold Waters says, everything starts at the bandsaw. Okay, let's get started on a cut. Okay, cut my second side on the second 6-inch piece. Go ahead and see this one. See when it's done. Okay, with the piece cut off, now it's a little visit to the glass beater. Get something that we can handle, and then we'll move on the project. All right, never know it came from the scrapyard. Well, here's to give you a little shot. Square tubing actually sits right down on top of the drill press head, and you can see it fits in between. So I'll use those mounting bolts, and then you can see back here we have a clear shot to go down the back. So that's the plan, and then get the pulley mounted in here. So first is to get the ears done and fix my light bracket so I can put my light back on at the same time. If anybody was questioning, the shop supervisor standing by the door, checking out everything, watching me walk back and forth, and taking a sniff at me, goes, "Yeah, I'm talking about you." I think I got the location of the pulley worked out. I'm going to use this old aluminum pulley that came out of a belt grinder, I think. But go ahead and reuse it. It's just going to sit here on a shaft, and just get the hub to clear the inside of here, this hub, and that'll give me enough overhang over the back to go down to the table. So we'll get this back notched out for the pulley, and then get a shaft in here, and should be pretty simple. Okay, I put a 1-inch hole in there. Gonna have a 1-inch slot. Turns out that my guide I made for my plasma cutter, 3/4 inch offset, so it puts it right on the cut that I need to do. Kind of lucky. Let me turn this around. In the way for my cut, but there we go. Set it up and we'll do a cut. Yeah. What's up? I don't have it. No, I didn't bring it out here. No, I don't have the monitor. Jess Millie? Well, I did my math wrong, so I had to put an 1/8" spacer behind the guide to get my correct distance. Keep the 1/8". And that looks a lot better. And nice wiggle room for the pulley. Here's a little shot in the back. So I've made basically a piece of angle or flat up bar, drilled the holes for the clamp here, and then have it sandwiched in the clamp there, so it'll still sandwich the collar and it'll act as the pull here. I just have the cable. I'm planning on using this cable, and I have it clamped there as I was looking up top, and we'll take a walk up top. And so I have the pulley on the shaft there. Still have to finish my mount. Let's see if I can get the light back up here. So this cable will actually go back down, and I don't know if you can see down there, but I think it's going to work out well. So I have to finish up the shaft here and make some bushings to keep that all centered and lock the shaft in place. Bring you back. So here's my pulley setup. Work out well. So I'm going to weld a washer on this side, and then cut this flush, and then drill and tap it and come in with a bolt to hold my axle in place. Make a couple bushings for the back side here, and then just use this pulley. Although this pulley has a keyway in it, it doesn't matter. There's really the amount of use that's going to happen. Should be fine. So I got to do that, and then I made this little yoke for the clamp mechanism on the back of the lift. So I've got to work out attaching the cable. I'm going to use this cable here under the camera. This cable is about 100 thou wire rope. So I need to make a situation here that'll hold it. Work that out, some sort of cable clamp, drill a hole, and then do the same thing on my counterweight. So we'll move on and come on back. A little more progress. The shaft, welded a tab on the end, bolted it there, some PVC tubing for spacers, and we got a pulley set up. So next is the ears. Making most of this, it's basically all out of scrap so far. Got the first mounting ear welded on, and get it placed, and then get the second mounting ear welded on. Okay, little handheld here, but there's the mount at the back of the drill press table. That turned out nice. I'll pull this out here. So there's my stop. I didn't turn on the volume on the previous one. There it is. Should work really well. Only one problem, I don't have my dead man weight. And there it is up top. I think it's going to work well, and I opted to only use one mount. It's rock solid. There's no reason to add the other tab. So all I got to do is get my weight, and I'll be in business. Well, I got my ballast weight today. I went down to the scrapyard and picked this up. Piece of 2.5-inch rod. I've got steel here, but it's not rusty and stuff, but this will work fine. And I got some cable ties to tie the cable. 17 pounds of counterweight. Should be good. And I've got an eyelet threaded into the end. So I'll get it set up and cut my cable to length, and should have a winner. Battery's running low, but there's the 3 cable ties on there for the counterweight, and I'm going to get it installed, and then we'll take a peek at it. Okay. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Doesn't get any easier than that. And the table can rotate. So, and we can lock it in place. If we turn the handle the right way. Sweet. So, Mr. Pete, I gotta say at the end of this video, thank you very much for your tip and trick on this. I have fought this forever, lifting and lowering this table. Just too sweet. Loving it. Let me just come out and do this every day for an exercise. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in for Screwy Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun building it.